In 79 Common Era, a job was frozen midway through. The task at hand, something that would shake centuries of knowledge. A question lay in the air, unanswered, for 2,000 years. MIT researchers had confirmed it. They had unlocked the door to an ancient secret. This was not a relic of a forgotten past, but a recipe, an ancient formula that could change the course of history. At the heart of this discovery, a crucial realization emerged. A self-healing stone. A stone with the potential to repair itself, a marvel that was far ahead of its time. The ancient builders knew something we had lost. They had figured out how to construct with materials that would endure, materials that could fix themselves when damaged, an astounding concept in a world where modern technology still struggles to achieve the same feat. The first chapter of this journey takes us to the unfinished walls of ancient structures, where builders were mid-action, combining lime and volcanic rock. These ingredients, seemingly simple, held the key to something far greater. Lime and volcanic rock, mixed together, created a compound that had the ability to heal itself over time. This was not just about creating durable walls. It was about creating a material that could withstand the test of time, that could mend itself after centuries of wear and tear. As we move forward, we uncover the recipe, not just the relic. The ingredients were simple. Lime, volcanic rock, and quicklime, not slaked. The method was even simpler, hot mixing. But the results were nothing short of extraordinary. This was a material that could not only endure, but actively heal itself when damaged. And this, it turns out, was no mistake. The lime clasts, the very building blocks of the mixture, were not an accident. They were a feature of the material's self-healing properties. Moving on to Chapter 2. The secret of self-healing stone begins to unfold. It's all about calcium reservoirs, hidden within the material itself. The process is elegant, but also incredibly effective. Water and carbon dioxide interact to form calcium carbonate, KCO3, a simple chemical reaction that, over time, allows the material to heal and strengthen itself. This was not magic. It was science, a deeply embedded principle in the very structure of the stone. For those who first encountered this phenomenon, it must have seemed like sorcery. But now, thanks to modern research, we understand it. The Pantheon, built between the 1st and 2nd centuries Common Era, stands as a testament to this ancient wisdom. It was not just the architectural grandeur that held the empire together, but the very materials they used. Materials that could last for centuries and continue to adapt. But the true revelation came in understanding the mechanism behind it. One of the most critical discoveries was the formation of altobermarite, a compound that strengthened the stone. This compound was not merely a byproduct. It was essential to the material's durability. And as we examine its role more closely, we see that it is a key to why these ancient structures have withstood the passage of time so well. These were not the isolated musings of ancient builders. This was a calculated, purposeful design. The Romans, thousands of years ago, knew that their empire needed structures that could endure far beyond their lifetimes. And they succeeded. Their buildings, roads, and walls were constructed from materials that were far ahead of their time, built not just to last, but to evolve, to heal, to remain standing as monuments to their vision. The secrets of ancient stone were dismissed for centuries as mere curiosities of the past, but today we see them vindicated. Modern science has uncovered what the ancients knew all along, and the implications are immense. In Chapter 5, we delve into the modern vindication of this ancient technology. The key lies in the chemical reaction between acetic acid and calcium carbonate, which strengthens the material, making it even more resilient. The modern world, armed with cutting-edge tools and knowledge, has now begun to understand and apply these ancient techniques in a way that was once unimaginable. In today's world, the need for more sustainable, longer-lasting building materials is more urgent than ever. With global infrastructure facing the strains of climate change, population growth, and urbanization, the ancient Romans may have had the answer all along. Their materials, which had been written off as ancient relics, are now seen as the foundation of a new wave of eco-friendly building practices. This modern-day discovery has implications far beyond just architecture. It's about sustainability, resilience, and the ability to repair and renew. This technology could change the way we approach construction, moving away from short-term fixes, and instead creating structures that evolve over time. No longer will we build just for the present, we will build for the future. The world is beginning to realize the importance of this ancient self-healing stone. The market for such materials is vast, worth an estimated $500 billion and accounting for 7 to 8% of global carbon dioxide emissions. This material could revolutionize industries around the globe. The forgotten knowledge of self-healing stone has come full circle. Once dismissed, now validated. The Romans were not only masters of their time, but they were visionaries, building a future we are only now beginning to understand. As we step into Chapter 6, we find ourselves on the doorstep of practical application. This is not just about ancient ruins or cutting-edge science. This is about bringing that knowledge into our own hands. The concept of self-healing stone is no longer confined to the pages of textbooks or research labs. It can be recreated in your backyard under $20 this weekend. With just a few ingredients, you can start experimenting with a recipe that is centuries old, yet still incredibly relevant. Now, the mixture is simple, a 1-to-1 ratio of vinegar and water. This combination will kickstart a chemical reaction that mimics the process used by the ancients. It's not about complex equipment or industrial scale production. It's about recreating something ancient using basic, everyday ingredients. In just a few hours, you'll have a material that's ready to heal and evolve, just like the stone used to build the Pantheon and the Colosseum. The beauty of this process lies in its simplicity. You don't need a kiln, you don't need high heat. The reaction begins at room temperature without any advanced technology, just vinegar, water, and time. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things can have the most profound impact. However, as you begin this experiment, it's important to note that this stone, like its ancient predecessors, is not meant to bear loads indefinitely. It's not a material for structural foundations. It's ideal for smaller, non-load-bearing applications, like sculptures or decorative stones, that will have the time and space to heal themselves as they age. The air needs to be able to circulate around it. It cannot function underwater. This recipe is not about turning every stone into a superstructure. It's about understanding the power of natural materials that, over time, will mend and strengthen themselves.